So, about fame. Well, I know a lot of this generation, a lot in the media, they're saying this is the fame-obsessed generation. I see that. I see the reality TV doing a lot of that. I see just, the culture, internet, everything being connected, which has all been said before, so it's not like it's, big news. I, myself, have always wanted to be famous, but not just famous for being famous. I think that is what really is the big thing nowadays. You go around and people saying, I want to be famous, and you ask them, famous for what? And they're like, I don't know. They just want to be famous for being famous, whereas I don't think I wanted to be famous I know I didn't want to be famous to be famous. I always wanted to make movies. I always wanted to make movies. I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to either act or direct. And then I got into music, and I wanted to, be known for that. And I think people are putting down fame because, they say it's empty, it's shell, it's not all it's cracked up to be, the grass is always greener, right? Well, I think that the primordial reason why people are obsessed with fame nowadays isn't really the money and the glamour and the adulation, and it's a big, it's huge on your ego, let's be honest. But I think the real reason is just acceptance. People view when you're famous that you're loved. Like, yeah, you'll have your haters, but for the most part, you're loved and people accept you. And yes, it's hard work and you have to do a lot of things you don't want to do, but in the end, your existence is justified. People look up to you. You're a role model of sorts, and people like you, and you're accepted. Psychologically, physically, you're accepted. Even the people who aren't accepted, who get shit talked and canned in media, are still accepted. They're being talked about. They're a person. They may be news, they may be laughingstock, D-list, whatever you want to say, but they're still famous and which leads to people talking about them, which leads to a validation of sorts that I am a human being, I'm a person, like me or hate me. And I think that's why people want to be famous now, because even though we're all connected with all this technology and internet and computers, I really think it's a lonelier place than ever. And it's also been noted before that people are talking less face-to-face. No one really sends letters anymore. Things like that. We're moving into an age where everyone's connected, but at the same time, we're all shutting ourselves down. It's almost like everyone's taking on the mentality of being a New Yorker. Like, there's so many people in New York City, yet it's so closed off. Like, it's hard to make friends. It's a lonely place. It's maybe the loneliest place on Earth. Lonelier than being on the North Pole. Yet you're surrounded by a bunch of population. So I think it's like that with the internet age and the digital age. So that's my take on fame. I think people just want to be acknowledged because it's hard. They get ignored. And if they don't get ignored, they get bullied, which is fucked up on another level. But that's another conversation. But as for me, I just want my work to be acknowledged. I want to be good enough. I'm not willing to slack. I'm willing to work at it. But I want to be good enough for the acknowledgement. But I want to be acknowledged. That's what I think fame is.